Okay. So let's give some example here now. Is this the first one? Okay, so we have done this in the previous session. Okay, so for example here, write the node equations. The value of the resistances are given, 12 kilo ohm, 6 kilo ohm, and 6 kilo ohm. There are two current sources, 4 milliampere and 2 milliampere. So the unknowns here are the V1 and V2, the potential at node 1 and node 2. So then, hence, it means that the lower node, the lower node here, the long lower node. Remember the definition of node. Definition of node. A node is not necessarily have to be a single dot. Yeah, it could be a single long line. As long as they are connected, then they can be considered as a node. So this is taken as reference. Yeah, reference. So if we reference, usually we take it as 0. So all the V1 and V2 is calculated relative to this reference voltage. So let's write now the node equation at node 1. Imagining that the current is flowing out, from the node 1 outside. So then we can write down minus 4 milliampere because this is flowing in, plus V1 minus 0 divided by 6K, plus V1 minus V2 divided by 12K. So this is using KCL. So this equals to 0. For the node 2, V2 2 milliampere because it is going out, multiplied to V2 divided by 6K, V2 minus 0 divided by 6K, this 6K, plus V2 minus V1 divided by 12K equals to 0. So then we can regroup V1 with V1, V2 with V2. Yeah, from here, then V1 is regrouped. So V1 multiplied by 1 over 6K plus 1 over 12K, negative V2 multiplied to 1 over 12K equals to 4 milliampere. The minus 4 here is moved to the right-hand side of the equation. The second equation then becomes minus 12K V1. So actually there is, let me, yeah, this is supposed to be, there's supposed to be V1 here, yeah. So V1, okay. Then plus 1 V2 multiplied by 1 over 6K plus 1 over 12K. Okay, so this is the equation, that the node equation. So from here, then you can solve using Gaussian elimination, using substitution, etc., to obtain V1 and V2. Okay, 1, then clear all drawing. Okay. Now, another question is, you are asked to find the current instead, branch current, all the branch current. Of course, the branch current here is already known, 2 milliampere, but it's not, and also here between V1, node 1 and V2 is also known, 6 milliampere. But what about current flowing through the 2 kilo ohm, through the 6 kilo ohm and 3 kilo ohm? So using node analysis, we don't calculate current directly, but instead first we find the node voltages, and afterwards using Ohm's law we calculate the currents. That's how we find the branch currents. So from inspection at node 1, V1 negative 0, because it is a reference voltage, divided by 2K, then plus 0 V2, because there is basically the current is also known here. No resistor between V1 and V2, right? So if there is no resistors, means there is no conductance. So then V1 divided by 2K equals to or plus 2 milliampere plus 6 milliampere. Or then if you put this current into the right-hand side of the equation, this equals to negative 2 plus 6 milliampere. Then from the node 2, also no resistor to V1. So that's why we put 0 here, 0 V1, plus 1 over 6k here, V2 divided V2 negative 0 divided by 6k plus V2 negative 0 divided by 3k equals to negative 6 milliampere equal to 0. So then we move the negative 6 milliampere to the right hand side of the equation, becomes positive 6 milliampere. So from here then we can solve using Gaussian elimination or substitution and etc. Yeah. So from here we obtain then to calculate V1 from this first equation, V1 divided by 2k equals to plus 2 milliampere plus 6 milliampere equals 0. Then we obtain V1 equal to minus 16 volt. Then V2 here minus 6 milliampere plus V2 multiplied by 1 over 6k plus 1 over 3k. Then we obtain V2 equals to 12 volt. And then the current flowing through 2 kilo ohm, 6 kilo ohm, and 3 kilo ohm can be calculated easily using Ohm's law. So I1 here will be V1 divided by 2K. Yeah, so minus 16 volt divided by 2 kilo ohm. So it means negative 8 milliampere, negative 8 milliampere. So actually then the current is flowing upward, yeah, not according because it is negative. Then I2 is V2 divided by 6K. Yeah, V2 divided by 6K. V2 is 12 volt divided by 6K. And comes to milliampere going downward. I3 is V2 divided by 3K. V2 here is 12 volt divided by 3K is then equals to 4 milliampere. Another way is actually this from this equation we can solve the current by computing it directly from using Kirchhoff current law and using also current divider, because this is basically the 6 milliampere is then divided through the split, yeah, becomes I2 and I3. So from here then we know that I1 equals minus 8 milliampere because Kirchhoff current law in node 1 means that I1 equals current out equals to let's do the notation here. So at node 1, yeah, node 1 here, current out equals to 0 means then 2 milliampere plus 6 milliampere plus I1 equals to 0, right? Then with I1 equals to negative 2, negative 6 milliampere equals to negative 8 milliampere. This part there, this is using Kirchhoff current law. Then from here, then I1 is known, then I2 can be solved using current divider formula, remember from chapter 2. I2 here then becomes 3K here divided by 3K plus 6K multiplied by 6 milliampere, this current, yeah? So equals to 2 milliampere. I3 here means 6K divided by 3K plus 6K multiplied to 6 milliampere equals to 4 milliampere. And then we have the same result. So here actually to solve a circuit, if the circuit is still simple like this, you can use Kirchhoff current law and current divider formula. But you can also actually use node analysis. But then when circuits become complex, of course, then you will need to use node analysis, or later we will learn loop analysis. Okay, so in most cases, there are several different ways of solving a problem. So not necessarily have to be using this way. You can use the previous chapter's way, yeah, which is using Kirchhoff current law and current divider. Okay, so before learning with circuit with dependent sources, remember earlier let's do some exercise, but I will teach you how to use software, yeah, like MATLAB or MATLAB or Octave, yeah, Octave. Stop share first. Share again. In the previous hour, we have shown, yeah, if we have matrix, yeah, for example, we already obtained the matrix of the conductance. The matrix of conductance is A. Yeah, so A, so let's say A equals to G1, and then let's say G2, this one, for example, G1 plus G2, maybe just example, yeah, G1 minus G2, for example. Then the voltage matrix, let's say V1 and V2. Then the current matrix is, let's say, current 1, let's say current 1, current 2, for example. Yeah. Then we obtain after deriving the Kirchhoff current law and then using node analysis, then we can regroup the V1 and V2. Then we obtain the matrix equation A multiplied by V equals to I. Yeah, or in so yes, if we write completely, yeah, V1, V2 equals to I1, I2. So this actually comes from the two system equation, yeah, G1 V1 plus G2 V2 equals to I1. Yeah, yeah. Remember matrix multiplication. Then G1 plus G2. Here G1 means conductance. G1, so basically then you replace it 1 over R1. Yeah. V1. This is just an example, of course. G1 minus G2, for example, V2 equals to I2. So if we are using matrix, this is like for simplicity, we just use 2 by 2 matrices. Then we can calculate the phi. The question is phi, the voltages or the matrix, the column matrix or factor of the voltages at that circuit. So as I mentioned, multiplied both sides with the inverse of A matrix. Then this A inverse multiplied by A multiplied by V equals to A inverse multiplied by I. So A inverse multiplied to A will becomes equal to 1. Matrix identity, I remember. So identity matrix is basically like this. Okay, 1, 0, 0, 1. So the diagonal is 1, the other part is 0. So then if it is multiplied to a factor matrix like this, V1, V2, then the result will be the vector matrix itself. So this will be equal to V. So V equals to A minus 1 multiplied by I. So we obtain then the value of the voltages. So let's say, let's give example, for example. Let's share Octave here. Yeah? Octave, save one, new share, then share Octave. Okay, you can download this software have you seen already? So this software is free software. It has similar syntax like MATLAB. Okay, you can download this from octave.org. Alternatively, you can also use the online Octave. So let's see, let's see, new window, and then online. Okay, online Octave. And this one is octave.org. And let me share the this website. Okay, here. Have you already seen, everyone of you? Yeah. So here, if you want to write down your script, your Octave script online immediately without having to download anything, you can use this Octave Online, octave-online.net. Okay. Otherwise, if you want to do it offline, so you want to do it in your computer, in your laptop, then you can download a free version of the Octave at this octave.org or GNU, yeah, gnu.org/software/octave. Yeah, you can here download. You can also see the documentation. You give some examples. So Octave is quite easy, quite easy language. You can immediately use it to calculate as you are using it like calculator. This is in my personal experience. Different than using C or C dash, C crash, or using Python, for example, you have to use certain syntax. Octave is not as complex as those languages. And because the intention is so that you can immediately use it to calculate. Yeah, you can immediately use to calculate. So now the newest release is version 5.2.0. Okay, let's give an example. The previous one, if you have already downloaded it and you put it in your computer. Oh, no, where is it? My Octave. Let me stop servers. Okay, here I have it. Share screen. Hey, I cannot. Okay, so all windows. Yeah, here. Okay, so here, for example, yeah, I just try out a little bit something here in the upper part. Yeah, so we have the our G conductance matrix. Yeah? This is, for example, you have three unknown from your circuit. You have three unknown node voltages V1, V2, and V3. So you can put your matrix G like this. G equals to there are several like this. You write down the component of the matrix row by row. So for example, the first row, for example, is 4. Then separate between the element by space 4, 0, 2, and then you move to the next row by using semicolon like this. You can write it down at the same line, or instead you can put it in the next row. Then this one becomes 0, for example, 2, -1. Then -2, -1, 7. Then enter. Then here, well, then you have your matrix of the conductance. Conductance is 1 over R, the 1 over R matrix here. For example, 4, 0, 2, 0, 2, -1, and -2, -1 of 7. So alternatively, you can immediately write them down as a single row in the command line. 0, 2, -1, then -2, -1, 7. This is a straight parenthesis, not the curve parenthesis, but bracket. Yeah, we call it bracket. So like this, then you have it. Then you enter your voltage vector. Voltage vector is voltage vector. You don't have to put it just like that, but the current vector you need to put. I, for example, here equals to -16. It is basically a column matrix. So basically, then it contains 3 rows, but a single column only. For example, here -16, 8, semicolon, then 0, like this. So as what we have shared, we have calculated in the whiteboard, right? The voltage is obtained by multiplying the what do you call it? The current column matrix with the inverse of the matrix G, inverse of the matrix G, but from the front part. Yeah. So here then V will be the voltage will be equals to inverse. It's simple, right? To calculate the inverse, you just use this function INV. Inverse, then inside parenthesis is the matrix G, then multiply. Multiply means to do like this using asterisk sign to do a matrix multiplication. Multiply by I, then you obtain the voltage value. So V1 equals to -3 point 7.37, minus 3.7333, then 3.7333, then minus 0.5333. Okay. You can also try then using the online. Let's try to do the online together. So if you have connection, please use your computer. Yeah, this Octave Online. Let's have an example here. Example G here equal to 4. We try together for 0 minus 2. Then minus 2 semicolon 0 2 minus 1. For example, this is just an example. Minus 2 minus 1, then 7. Then bracket this. Then G is stored there. Then we put the current matrix I equals to minus 16 semicolon 8 semicolon 0. Like this. Then we want to get the value of voltage. Voltage equals to inverse of G multiplied by I. And we obtain the voltage like that. Okay. Any questions so far? If there is no question, let's do some example. Yeah. So I stop share first. Let's do some exercise. Here. Just one moment. Okay. Here is the here. Okay. You share. Okay, we use the whiteboard again. So I will share this whiteboard. Copy the link. Put into the chat so that you can type there. Okay. Okay, so the first question, yeah. First exercise, we have one independent current source connected to a resistor. Okay. Connected to another independent current source pointing downward. So this is connected. It's a node. Then this one is connected to two resistor. So the reference is this lower part. Okay. So this is 12 kilo ohm. This is 6 kilo ohm. 6 kilo ohm. This is 2 milliampere. And this one is 4 milliampere. This one is V1. This one is V2. Okay, so who hasn't got turn yet from the audience? Let me see. From the participants. Gracia Areta, is there? Are you there, Gracia?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay, so you have never got any turn right?
I have, sir.
Huh? You do? You did?
2 weeks ago.
Really?
I have already.
I forgot.
Yes,
Really?
sir.
Okay.
It's okay.
Okay, and then change someone else first. Who else? Yeah. Jesse J already had. Who is Jesse? Jesse J. Who is this?
Yeah, sir.
Have you ever got a turn to do?
Not yet, sir.
Not yet. Okay, please do.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I'll do it.
Using the node analysis. Yeah.
No, okay. If wrong, sorry, ya, sir.
Yeah, we do it together. That's why this is exercise.
Okay.
No need to be sorry for now.
Oh,
So you have two unknowns, yeah, and you have two nodes basically. So you should write KCL equations on node 1 and then on node 2.
sir. So I write the equation first, right?
Yes.
Or
Write down the
V1.
KCL equations. So there should be two equations with two unknowns in order that you can solve and you can calculate the two unknowns. You need two equations.
Oh. V.
Sir, this is the same with the one you discussed before.
Is it?
Yes.
Doesn't matter. Let him do it. If he pay attention, then he can do it. Yeah, the second question is more difficult. Really? I didn't pay attention.
Wait, sir, I'm still thinking. I
Yeah. Good.
forgot
Then
little.
yes. Yeah, the lower part, they all can be considered as one single node, yeah, even though it is very long wire. Okay. Reference node. Who is doing this? JC, yeah. JC, can you please turn on your camera? So then we can.
Yes, sir.
Can you please turn on your camera? Yeah.
Can you
that'd be
see me?
nice.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
Sir,
Yes.
so like first the direction I write V1 divided by the 12K resistor, right? Is that correct?
So you are viewing from the perspective of current leaving out the node or from the perspective of current entering into the node?
Enter.
Entering.
Yeah,
So
so
if
if
it's huh?
wait, if it's positive, that means
If
wait, if it's
your perspective is entering, right? So it
yes,
means has to be V2 minus
i-
V1 divided by 12K, right?
if if entering V1, yeah,
Yeah, if entering node 1. Yeah. So
if entering node 1.
so
So if
then,
entering node 1,
yeah, so it means
V2,
your this one, right? So now you are
yes,
imagining like this, right?
yeah,
So yeah, that will be V2 minus V1 divided by
12,
12K.
okay,
Yeah.
plus V3 minus V1.
Yes. Yeah. Divided by
Okay,
equals to
0, right?
0. Okay, but now
But this is supposed to be minus, right, sir?
no, because
Oh,
your perspective now is current entering into the node, right? Since 4
yeah.
milliampere is entering the node, then it stays positive.
Mm,
Okay, but now you know that V3 is taken as the reference, right? And then reference usually we assume we consider it to be 0. V3.
if it, oh, so that means this is V1. So this is just only V1, right?
Yeah,
There.
no, it doesn't matter. Now you can rewrite in below that equation. Below that equation, you will rewrite it again to simplify it further. Yeah, 4
Okay.
milliampere.
Okay.
Yes.
Plus V1M minus V1 or
Minus. Yeah.
yeah,
Plus or minus? Minus, right? Yeah.
minus, yeah, V1.
Divided by 6K.
Okay, that's for the node 1, right?
Yes. Then it's not finished yet. So you have to regroup. You have to regroup V1 with V1, V2 with V2, and the constant you put it on the other side of the equation.
V, huh? So I take the V1 out first from this equation.
No, you
Oh,
regroup it.
oh,
You regroup. You remember regrouping means that now the
so
terms, the sum term, the summation terms is based on the resistors. But now you regroup it so that then the summation terms is based on the V1 and V2.
well, so first, so like from this equation, not taking the view, so like grouping the V1s only.
Yeah, you V1 regroup into a single term. Yeah, for example here V1 then multiply by what?
Oh, V1, V minus
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 1.
V2, right?
No, V1 multiplied by what here? 1 minus 1 over 12K, right? Then another one minus 1 over 6K.
But there is still the V2, right, sir?
Yeah, V2 you put it here plus
Oh, I
V2.
divide. Oh, yeah, sorry.
So you regroup it as V1, V2, then equals to this one is the constant. The constant here is the current source.
Oh, the minus 4 milliampere.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, understand.
It is. Where is it?
Okay. So first take the group the V1, right?
Yes.
V1
Sorry, sir. I think Kathy is still
Catherine,
in
yeah.
the waiting room.
Don't go in and out, yeah. So because I need to admit you every time you go out. Okay, yeah. V1 multiplied by minus 1 over 12k minus 1 over 6k plus V2 divided by 12k equals to minus 4 milliampere. So then this one you can still simplify, right? The minus 1 over 12k minus 1 over 6k,
Oh, yeah.
you can simplify further
So,
into what?
V1. Like this, right, sir?
Yes, yes.
And then this is for the first node.
Yes. Although this one you can still simplify further actually, yeah. So this becomes,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, right?
So,
1 over 4 kilo ohm, right? But
Yeah.
doesn't matter, it's okay. So please continue with second node.
Okay. Mm. Okay. This is supposed to be minus, right, sir? Minus V2, right?
Okay, yeah, minus 2 milliampere. Then, so here it means you
I focus
are
on entering.
assuming the current also coming in again, right?
Yes.
Yeah, minus 2 milliampere plus V1 minus V2 divided by 12 kilo ohm, yeah. Then, yeah, minus V2 divided by 6K. Okay. Okay, so we regroup again, V1 with V1, V2 with V2. V1 first. The first term, V1. Yeah.
V1, so
V1 multiplied by,
over 12K, right?
yes, 1 over 12K. Then plus V2 equals to,
Minus.
yeah, okay. Be careful.
Uh, 6. Also -3, right?
Yes, -3. Okay, simplify
Yeah.
further.
This is the 1 over
Yeah.
-1 over.
So you cannot put any more -1 because here you put already minus here in the front of the
Here.
two. Yeah. Be careful, yeah. Everyone,
Yes.
when you are doing problem, be careful with the sign.
4.
Yes.
Then for note 3, right?
So be careful again. I just said be careful. So if you put plus here, this one has to be negative.
This was supposed to be
Right? So then the overall will be negative V2 multiplied by 1 over 4K. Understand?
Oh, sorry.
So depending where do you want to put your negative sign? Is it inside the parenthesis or
Inside the parenthesis. Yeah, or outside, right?
or outside, as you like. Okay, sorry.
Like
Yeah.
this, right, sir?
Like that is also okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay.
Okay.
So note 3 you don't have to solve.
0.
Yes, because it is considered as the reference voltage for the for V1 and V2, right? So you don't need to do KCL there. Yeah, understand?
Yes.
Okay, so do we still have time? Apparently we don't. We only have 1 minute left, so doesn't matter. So later maybe I will put it as a homework or as an assignment for you to do. Any questions so far from other students? No question, yeah. So this is, I think it's correct. So after you do this, what you need to do to solve V1 and V2, yeah, you can use Gaussian elimination, you can use substitution, yeah, or you can use the Octave or MATLAB. Okay, like I have demonstrated here. Okay. So in your case, then so if we redraw, if we write down together the equation, so this becomes -3 -1 over 4 kilo ohm, right? Jesse, so correct me if I'm wrong. V, okay, plus 1 over 12K V2 equals to -4, right? Milliampere. Okay. Then second equation is 1 over 12, right? 1 over 12 K ohm. V1, this is V1. Minus 1 over 4K V2 equals to 2 milliampere. Okay. So we multiply all with 1000. If we multiply with 12,000. So we multiply everything with 12,000. We multiply with 12,000. So what happened then? This becomes -3 V1. Okay, plus V2. Then equals to -48. Okay. Then this one becomes V1. Then -3 V2 equals to 24. Okay, yeah. Volt. This is becomes ampere. Oh no, just ampere. So from here, then you can use Gaussian, you can use elimination, whatsoever. Let's try to use the matrix now. If you use the matrix, so this becomes what? -3. This become 1. This become 1. This become -3. Okay. This V1, V2 equal to. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah. -48, 24. So then, if we use this one, then G equal to, use the octave, -3, 1, okay. -3, 1. The second row is 1 and -3. Then the factor I is -48. -48. Then the second row is how much? 24. Okay. Okay, so then the voltage value will be equal to the inverse of G, then matrix product with I. So we obtain V1 equals to 15, and then V2 equals to -3 volt. Yeah, so from here we obtain using V1 equals to 15 volt. Is that correct? Anyone can check with the previous explanation that I gave in the slide? Is it the same that just now who said that this is the same as my previous explanation? Martin or who? Dave. It's the same, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Me.
Okay, yeah. The same, yeah, the same value, yeah. V1 equals to 15 volt, V2 equals to -3 volt, right? Okay, so in later, this is still simple. So actually, I do not need to use computer, right? I do not need to use octave. I can just use elimination or substitution, because this is just two equations with two unknowns, and the coefficients are also easy, not that big number or not that difficult number. But this is just to show you that we can solve it also using octave or MATLAB or any other programming tools, basically. Okay, with that, I would like to conclude this second hour. So please fill in your online attendance. Now the OTP is 1410. Is it the same like before? Yeah, I forgot. 1410. The OTP is 1410. So week 7, session 2. Are there any questions so far, students? Okay, if there's no questions,